Let me read you that calloused heart condition. Let me just read you this. Take me 1 minute. So God abandoned them to do whatever shameful things their hearts desired. As a result, they did vile and degrading things with each other's bodies. They traded the truth about God for a lie. So they worship and serve the things God created instead of the Creator Himself, who is worthy of eternal praise. Amen. That is why God abandoned them to their shameful desires. Even the women turned against the natural way to have sex and instead indulged in sex with each other. And the men, safety check. And the men, okay, hold on a second, I lost my spot. And the men, instead of having normal sexual relations with women, burned with lust for each other. Men did shameful things with other men, and as a result of this sin, they suffered within themselves the penalty they deserved. Since they thought it foolish to acknowledge God, He abandoned them to their foolish thinking, let them do the things that should never be done. Their lives became full of every kind of wickedness, sin, greed, hate, envy, murder, quarreling, deception, malicious behavior, and gossip. They are backstabbers, haters of God, insolent, proud, and boastful. They invent new ways of sinning, and they disobey their parents. They refuse to understand, break promises, are heartless, and have no mercy. They know that God's justice requires that those who do these things deserve to die, yet they do them anyways. Worse yet, they encourage others to do them. The NIV says God turns them over to a depraved mind, doing the things that ought not be done. So what happens when we are turned over to a depraved mind? Do we recognize that anymore? Our mind becomes depraved. We all of a sudden think good is bad, and that bad is good. That's why she couldn't understand the truth, because her standard of truth is not God's truth. She's deliberately living in sin. I could be wrong. She might not be a homosexual. She might not be a lesbian. I couldn't tell. There's no litmus test for that. Sometimes it's obvious and sometimes it's not. So do you guys understand what I'm saying? The heart becomes calloused, and then we're turned over to a depraved heart because we live in the sin and we embrace it. That's what we can't do, folks. We can't keep doing it. She thinks there's one command, like God's moral truths all of a sudden have just been dissolved. They don't stand anymore. God's moral character has changed. Now all of a sudden the things that He said do not do, you can do them. I'm glad she asked the question, but she really didn't want the answer. She just wanted to dominate and tell me I'm wrong. And I let her do it. Time to move on.